channel, Diehard2003 with you guys today, coming at you with the Sears Diehard 250 at Milwaukee. Coming at you from a soggy Maine today. We're actually under a tornado watch, which, yeah, I can't tell you the last time that's happened up here, but we are under a tornado watch today, so kind of a little curious to see what happens. My cat, he's meowing about it already, but we're here at Milwaukee, trying to get this race done. I just had no patience the other night to do this race. Just the car was stepping out from underneath me. I was getting frustrated, just not running my line. Just turned into a crap show, and I know it's just something I got to put up with and deal with it. You know, I'm not used to racing these cars. I'm not a phenomenal racer. I'm decent, I'm respectable, but it is what it is. And I just wasn't willing to put up with it. So we're back. We're here. I was trying to save the last race with pole and stuff, but we managed to qualify second. We'll look here at, yep, so there we are, second. We're only about a tenth or so off Jeff Green. The car's got a little loose coming out of the corner just because I was really pushing it. Once we actually get going with the race, I think it should be a little better. But Jeff Green, Jaden Woodrow, Jason Keller, Todd Badine, Kevin Havik, Bobby Hamilton Jr., Elton Soyup, Hank Parker Jr., Hermie Sadler, and Tim Fedowa make up your top 10. Casey Atwood, Randy LaJoy, Jeff Purvis, Lance Hooper, Kyle Petty, Ted Musgrave, Jimmy Johnson, Kevin Grubb, PJ Jones, and Mike McLaughlin make up your top 20. A little bit of team news to get through. Let you guys kind of go over that real quick. Nothing really too extravagant to cover. Just a team meeting on Tuesday. My crew chief reminded me to take it easy with some of these guys and not make too many enemies. And then just any general other things from our director of competition. So, like I said, nothing really extravagant, nothing too major, but just enough to kind of, like I said, get the gist. 125 laps today, got a 49 lap fuel window, so definitely going to be a two-stop event. I think from what I recall, it's pouring out there. I think from what I recall is tires are going to wear out pretty quick. Tweaked the setup a little bit to what I like, a little more weight forward, try to keep that rear end from stepping out. Just got to really careful about carrying too much speed into the corners. I think that's where I was going wrong, was I was carrying way too much speed into the corner. But without further delay, let's go ahead and jump into this.
Drivers, start your engines!
Hello, Toby. Very chatty today. I think he's excited for the race. Hello. Oh, yeah, the cat's here. That's why he's a little chatty. So we got our first front row position. I was hoping to maintain pole, but didn't quite get there. We got a front row start position, so that'll be pretty good. We're able to kind of capitalize on that. Hopefully just get lost, take off, you know. So hoping we can do good by that. I think we're going to get a better launch than some of these guys. It's just getting the better launch, getting lost, getting ahead, and then, you know, trying not to let them get too caught up. Realistically, we're looking for a top 20. We'd really like a top 10. We'd really like to take this to victory lane today, but that is neither here nor there. It's going to be whatever the hell we can do.
Get ready now. Going green.
Pace car is bringing off turn 4. He's going to duck in. Feel that rear end just wanting to bring the car around. Lead these guys back to the stripe for lap number 1. rear end still feels pretty floaty, especially with the weight being a little more forward. But hopefully that'll kind of keep the car from wanting to come around so much. Maybe, I don't know. Definitely going to put a lot more pressure on the front tires, so wait and see how that translates later in this race. I was just going to kind of let the car settle because I think we were trying to kind of float the throttle too much through the corner. And that was just allowing the rear end to step out from behind us. You know, if the car's going to step with the car, it's going to, you know, ride up the corner, then just going to let it go, you know. It's just really kind of watching and seeing what happens and how the car feels and what the car does. And if these guys do catch us, then trying not to get run over. Long race, we'll have plenty of time to kind of catch back up if we need to, you know, just trying not to, I don't know, I just want to complete the dang race. I know we can win, I know we got a fast car, but even just taking what we can get. Yeah, I can just feel the car just wanting to come around a little quicker. The rear just wanting to turn us. So, but Jeff Green is catching. He's back there. Like I said, if he catches us, he catches us. Kind of like to watch that interval a little bit. So we're maintaining a bit of a gap. We got great straightaway speed. Just corner entry, obviously he's able to catch up because we're kind of getting hard on the brakes. As you can see, as the run is continuing on, we're kind of establishing a little more of a lead, as long as we continue to hit our marks and do what we need to do. Eventually we're going to start backing up here too, because the tires are going to start wearing out a little more. Obviously, it's just how it works. We backed up a little too much there. Starting to catch up to the rear. felt it right there. The car wanted to step around just a little more. So yeah, it's about on average. It's kind of shaping up like the last race, so. So definitely getting a little more of an interval. We're hanging on to 1.8 in the corners and then getting up to 2 seconds on the straightaways, so just kind of establishing ourselves through this run. Tires are looking good, so I think everything's going all right for right now. Definitely a lot faster than the trucks. That's a big difference that I'm noticing with these Busch cars. And obviously, except Daytona, God, those trucks were flying. starting to approach lap traffic, so this is where the race can go anyway, because these back markers are gonna be what really tests my patience today. Trying to get around these guys, maintaining the lead, not getting too caught up with them, and not getting run over, because obviously we're gonna be going a little slower than we have been.
Got a slow car down low.
Oh, crap. Or if that'll ring out the caution. No, we're still green. I'm surprised. I'm actually kind of surprised that they didn't ring out the caution for that. Parked on the bottom of the racetrack, so yeah, I'm starting to climb up the corner there. Carry too much speed in. It's going to allow green to catch us just a little bit. Yeah, who do we got up there? We got 20. Forget who's in next. It's not Mike McLaughlin anymore. Honestly, don't even know who's in there.
There. Stay low. Keep low. Clear outside. That car's a lap down. Outside. Still there. Clear.
Alright, first two down. Technically three, but first two down. That Rio back car. Ah, I'm excited. These paint schemes are still really just iconic to me. Inside. Stay high. Still there. Keep high. Something else I didn't know, this 97 car, it's a PPI car. I did not know that.
Outside. Still there. Stay low. Clear. That car is the last down. Outside. Clear. Car outside. Clear outside.
Spinning around them one by one. Haven't really run into the big gaggle yet, so
That car is the last down. Outside. Clear.
figure out how to get around 5.
Car outside.
There we go.
Clear outside. Outside. Clear. That car is the last down. Car outside. Clear outside. Outside. That car is the last down. Clear outside. Outside. Clear. Outside. Keep low. Clear. Outside. Clear outside.
Yeah, that was a little nerve-wracking.
That car is the last down. Outside. Clear outside.
Yeah, park the bus right in front of me, that's fine.
Outside. That car is the last down. Clear.
Let's see. Yeah, the front tires are starting to wear, but we're getting pretty close to the end of this run. Let's see, we have a decent lead on Jeff Green. Front tires are not too terribly worn out. The rear tires are doing all right, so I think we're looking at a relatively okay run. It's just dealing with this traffic accordingly and such, so.
Outside. Stay low. Clear. Outside. Still there.
these guys off on the front straightaway here.
Inside. Stay high. Clear inside.
Thanks for the heads up they were pitting, buddy. You know, that was really fantastic.
Inside. Clear. That car's a lap down.
Just glad we hung on to it.
That car's a lap down. Keep it under 45. Keep it under 3,000 in second. That car's a lap down. Watch that speed now. Keep it
I never
on
did check my,
3,000 in second.
where I needed to be, so just gonna cheat a little bit there.
Go, go, go! Yes, we nailed that stop. Great work, guys. Okay, you're clear of pit lane. Okay, merge when you can. Car outside. Keep low. Keep low. Still there. Clear outside. Car outside. That car's a lap down. Still there. Stay low. Clear.
Alright, where does that cyclist out? Oh, we're back first. Cool.
That car's a lap down. Outside. Clear. Outside. Clear.
Come on, buddy. Jeff Green is right back there.
Outside. Stay low. Still there. Clear. That car's a lap down.
So that was a good first run. You know, we did really well. We managed to maintain first. I think that's important. Just gotta be careful of the guys getting on pit road once they start getting down later in the run, so try to be right up their rear ends. Wish my spotter would have announced, like, hey, car in front's going to the pits, or something, but... Yeah, well, we survived, and that's all that matters. That worked. Just want to put a couple more cars between me and Jeff Green.
Car outside. Clear outside. Outside. Stay low. Still there. Clear outside. Outside. Clear outside. That car's a lap down. Car outside. Clear outside. Outside. Keep low. Clear outside.
Awesome. Getting around him. Jeff Green is still back there.
Car outside. Still there. Clear. Car outside. Stay low. Still there. Clear. That car's a lap down.
So we made it all the way back to Army Saddler there on the 30.
That car's a lap down. Outside. Keep low. Still there. Clear.
Just trying to do anything stupid around the 30 team.
That car's a lap down. Car outside. Clear. Outside. Keep low. Still there. Clear outside. Car outside. Stay low. That car's a lap down. Stay low. Clear. Car outside. Clear. Car outside. Still there. Keep low. Stay low. Still there. That car's a lap down. Stay low. Stay low. Clear. Car outside. Keep low.
Come on, we gotta get around him.
Keep low. Clear. Car outside.
No.
Keep low. Still there. Clear.
Good save, good save.
We're halfway home.
That was a great save. Might have done it though. It might have broken it up to where I can get by these guys.
Still there. Still there. Clear.
There we go.
Car outside. That car's a lap down. Stay low. Stay low. Clear outside. We'll give you 1.5 cans of fuel.
I thought we were more into the run.
That car's a lap down.
I don't even know what I've lapped up to. What's the top 20? Not bad. Actually really good, so. Oop. There we go. Another good save. Caught the car. So I believe we've officially led the most laps. It's past the halfway point. We've been up front since the beginning.
Keep low. Clear outside. Car outside. Clear outside. Car outside. Stay low. Stay low. Clear outside.
Next up is Jimmy Johnson. Yeah. Just a rookie. Nothing, no one important. He'll never be a champion. I do like that paint scheme though.
Keep low. Clear.
Now here's my unpopular opinion, I suppose.
That car's a lap down.
I'm not a huge Jimmy Johnson fan. Like, I understand he's won 7 championships, and that's, you know, a pretty huge feat for any NASCAR driver to win 7 titles and stuff like that. Only 2 have done it before him, Richard Petty and Dale Earnhardt. No one has ever won more. It's like the goal, you know, to win, to be there with the greats. And I'm not trying to argue that Jimmy Johnson isn't great. It's just, you think of Richard Petty, and he just absolutely dominated the sport in a time where there was so much competition. I mean, he just kicked really ass. He just kicked some ass. And then Dale Earnhardt, such a polarizing driver. I mean, the Intimidator, such a character and stuff like that. And then there's Jimmy Johnson.
Keep low.
You know, he's not like a Dale Earnhardt, or he's not like a Robbie Gordon or stuff like that, or even like a Jeff Gordon, or, you know, someone with a huge personality. To me, he's just a driver.
Outside. Keep low.
Like in a time where there was so much you know, or so many personalities, I guess. You know, you have people like Dale Jr. I mean, he's awesome and stuff. And Carl Edwards, and the Bush brothers and stuff like that. What am I doing? What am I doing?
Inside.
You know, the Bush brothers, Kurt and Kyle, and like I said, Robbie Gordon, what a big personality that is. And,
Clear.
you know, Jeff Gordon and, oh, excuse me. You know, and even the veterans, Dale Jarrett, Rusty Wallace, Bobby Labonte, all leaving and stuff like that. Ricky Rudd. You know, there's Jimmy Johnson emerging from that, and racing with a lot of the drivers he raced against. It's like, there's just so many other names I think of. Brad Keselowski and whatnot. And thank you. Thank you. As I wrecked the car. You know, Brad Keselowski, I mean, when he was first, you know, kind of getting it going in Cup, I mean, what a terror. Big bad Brad. And he won a championship. I mean, like, what a such a funny championship. He was so plastered. But it's just like, then you think of Jimmy Johnson, and it's just kind of like, almost lapping up into the top 10. But it's like, you know, you think about Jimmy Johnson, he really didn't get into anyone. He didn't really, I don't know, he just, nothing really sticks out to me. Like, I don't know if I just wasn't paying attention and stuff like that, but like, nothing really stuck out about him. He wasn't very vocal and stuff like that. He wasn't a profound driver, you know, or personality and stuff. He just won a lot of races and won championships. That was it. And like, hey, good for him. At the end of the day, that's all that really matters is, you know, he generally kept the car clean. He didn't, I don't really recall him getting into it with a lot of people. You know, I know he just ran the Garage 56 at Le Mans. You know, and he has Legacy Motorsports and stuff like that, but it's like, you know, just, like I said, to me, there wasn't really much about Jimmy Johnson that I liked. He just wasn't a personality. It's like, you know, I guess people have also thrown back the argument, well, you'd like drivers like Mark Martin. Now, the thing is, yeah, Mark Martin was clean. He raced Curtis, you know, he was a very courteous driver. He raced you how he wanted to be raced. You know, generally he, you know, he wouldn't race you, he would race you clean. He'd race you clean all the time. You know, and that's just how he was, but he was a personality. I mean, and such a great, damn good race car driver. I mean, what's not to like? But then there's Jimmy Johnson. It's just kind of like, I don't know. I respect him for what he's done. He's just not one of the drivers that I fan over, you know? I don't think I speak much on, like, the drivers that I support or, like, you know, whom I like. You know, I don't talk a lot about NASCAR and where I came from in the sport and stuff like that. You know, I've never had any involvement directly in NASCAR, but like, you know, it was always something that I watched. You know, I grew up liking drivers like Dale Jr. I love Dale Jr. because I love Dale Earnhardt. My dad loved Dale Earnhardt, so I grew up liking Dale Jr. I loved Mark Martin, and I'll openly admit I was, oh God, 07. I would have been 10 or 11, I think it was. I think it was 11 years old. The Daytona 500, Mark Martin and Kevin Harvick coming to the line when Harvick beat him, Mark Martin. I cried. I watched my hero lose, and I knew that, you know, he wasn't getting any younger. This could be his, you know, last full one. You know, he's pushing into. He left Roush Racing. You know, he left the 6 car. He's in a different car, and it just wasn't the same. And I knew like things were changing, and he's not going to be here forever. And This was his shot to win the Daytona 500. He never won.
Outside. That car's a lap down. Keep low.
And he lost to Kevin Harvick, who, like, you know, hey, just how it is, and one of the most iconic racing back to the line, and we're coming to the line and stuff like that. They weren't racing back to the line, but they were coming back to the line. The big wreck behind him, Clinton Boyer on his roof. They're wrecking everywhere. No, they're still wrecking. Got one car on fire. But Mark was my guy, and I love Dale Jr. My mom wasn't a big Jeff Gordon fan,
Stay low.
but I also like drivers like Tony Stewart and Ryan Newman and stuff. And still love guys like Tony Stewart and Ryan Newman. I mean, I know they're not really racing anymore, but Tony Stewart's involvement in the sport, and SRX and stuff. But you know, and then I look at the second generation drivers. You know, Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney, and guys like that. You know, I love Chase Elliott and Blaney. And it's like it stops the beginning.
Outside. Stay low. Keep low. Still there. Keep low. Clear outside.
Stay off the bottom a little bit. You know, a big Chase Elliott fan. You know, I had mad respect for his dad, Bill Elliott, and stuff, and thought he was a wonderful race car driver. And you know, to see Chase Elliott come up and just, to me, that was awesome. You know, it's like I grew up watching, you know, their dads race and so on and so forth. Dave Blaney and, you know, Bill Elliott and such. And it's like, you know, to me, it's cool to see their sons race.
That car's a lap down. Car outside. Clear outside. Car outside.
Yeah, we're gonna go one more time around.
Stay low. Clear.
You know, we've backed off so much with the lap down cars that I think we've saved a little bit of fuel, so we can stretch our run out just a little bit longer.
Car inside. Clear inside. That car's a lap down. Inside. That car's a lap down. Clear. Car outside. That car's a lap down. Clear. That car's a lap down. That car's a lap down. Limit
Good for them.
45. Keep it under 3,000 in seconds.
Yeah, I need one more good pit stop, guys. Alright, let's make this quick. Under 15. I know we've pretty much gone around more. I think we lapped everyone else, so
Go, go, go!
Good job.
Yes, we nailed that stop. Great work,
Perfect stop, guys.
Okay, you're clear of pit lane. That car's a lap down. Okay, merge when you can. That car's a lap down.
surprised there hasn't been a caution yet. Anyhow, you know, love Chase Elliott, love Ryan Blaney. You know, I've come into liking Kevin Harvick. Kevin Harvick's grown on me over the last few years and such, even though him and Elliott kind of had a little bit of a beef. But, you know, just because he's someone I grew up watching. So just kind of that nostalgia. And, you know, he was one of the guys that when I was a kid, he was out there on the track. So watching Harvick out there, and it was always great. He's one of my favorites and such, and it is sad to see him go. And I hope he gets one more win. I really do. His swan song season, I'd like to see him get at least one more win. You know, and then watching guys come into the sport. Josh Berry's coming up, so kind of curious to see what he can do. Definitely, you know, showing much love there. I don't really get around to watching Xfinity a whole bunch. Although now that I've been doing, you know, the trucks and stuff like that, and then the Busch series here on NR2003, I kind of pay attention a little more to like what's going on in the world of NASCAR and like the next guys coming up. Can't say I'm particularly a Carson Hocevar fan. I think he's just kind of a bit of a, I don't know. I just don't particularly think he's an amazing race car driver. I think if I'm thinking the same guy, you know, he self-spins. I'm not saying, you know, that's something I don't do here in NASCAR 03, so, you know, I'm just a video gamer and stuff. I don't know. I haven't really seen him too much, but I know he definitely has a big social media presence, and generally speaking, when there's a video about him or comments being made, he's usually right there, which, like, I don't know. I don't know how to feel. I think it's interesting to have the race car drivers' engagement and stuff like that. And, you know, it is what it is. I think he has a lot of talent. You know, that's coming from, again, a guy who plays NR 2003. But I think he has a lot of talent, but I don't know. I have to kind of watch him a little bit. I'm curious to see what he does. You know, and I wish him well. You know, hey, everyone's goal is to make it the Cup. I wish I could have raced. I would have loved to. Would have loved to have been able to race, you know, in a weekly series or Busch North or ARCA or something like that. But cards were never in it for me. Never really had the money, so I still kind of don't. I just don't have the time nor the money, and I'm trying to get to the airline. So it looks like the 5 got ran into. His Bruins kind of stoved in a little bit.
Outside. Stay low. Clear outside.
But you know, another driver that I'm kind of curious about is Haley Deegan. She's had a lot of great opportunities, a lot of great rides and chances and stuff like that. And I don't know, she just doesn't really seem to be performing in top-tier equipment. And like I said, you know, I've heard the argument that Busch, you know, Xfinity cars are so much different from trucks. And, you know, hey, sometimes it's just not your time. You know, I don't know, but it just doesn't seem like she's performing as well as she could be.
That car's a lap down.
You know, a lot can be said for guys that I watch up in the Cup. You know, Chase Briscoe kind of started really like him a little bit, particularly. So I'm trying to gauge what I'm doing here. Got a big gaggle of cars in front of me, so I'm trying to figure out how am I going to get around these guys. You know, watching Chase Briscoe and up in the Cup and stuff like that, and even down in trucks and Xfinity, kind of keeping an eye on him and looking at his seasons. You know, he's done well, but a lot of the Stewart-Haas guys are kind of just not performing. Which sucks, because they're in pretty darn good equipment, in my opinion. Or predominantly have been in pretty darn good equipment. Yeah, but it's mostly Ryan Blaney, Chase Elliott, Kevin Harvick, and Chase Briscoe. Kind of guys that I enjoy watching. I've been curious about Bubba Wallace. You know, I think he's, you know, I can relate with him a little bit. Ooh, Jesus. Regular joy. You know, I know he struggles with some mental health and stuff like that, and it's just relatable. You know, and when he doesn't finish well, he gets on himself and stuff like that, and he's emotional, and hey, like, I get it. It's just relatable. It's totally relatable. But it just sucks because I want to, you know, I think he's a good race car driver with a lot of potential. I just think he's sometimes in his own way. And I think that if he's not in his own way, he's getting caught up in an unfortunate situation. You know, he's had some moments of brilliance and stuff like that, but it's like, I'm not one to speak because my temper will get the best of me and stuff, but temper, I don't know.
Still there.
Like I said, I think he's a great race car driver. I just think, you know, he needs to kind of cool his jets and figure things out.
20 laps to go.
20 to go.
Car outside. Still there. Stay low. Clear. Car's a lap down.
But then there's drivers that I really can't stand and stuff like that. It used to be Kyle Busch. And actually, you know what? I don't mind Kyle Busch. I think, you know, opinions have changed over the years as well. And, you know, it's another driver that I grew up watching. And definitely a very polarizing driver. A lot of talent there. I think as Mike Joy put it once, it was, you know, that boy's got a lot of talent. If he could just harness it on a weekly basis. And he did. He is phenomenal, and I'm actually surprised he hasn't won more championships than he has, but I think he will go down as a Hall of Famer. Absolutely. I think Kyle Busch is a phenomenal driver. You know, he was one of the personalities that came into the sport and just really stirred the pot. I think he's done some pretty damn questionable things, but, like, so wasn't Dale Earnhardt. Dale Earnhardt definitely dumped, wrecked, ran over, moved, booted, bumped your favorite driver at one point or another. And
Still there.
there's still a ton of people to this day that love Dale Earnhardt.
Stay low.
Say what you will about Kyle Busch. I've definitely been one of the people to say a lot about Kyle Busch. Great race car driver.
That car's a lap down. Outside. Clear.
You know, and it definitely sucks for his brother Kurt. You know, I wish it would have ended differently for Kurt. Wish he could have had his, you know, his final season go out in his terms. Kind of sucks that it was snatched away from him. But I hope to see him, you know, involved with the sport for many years to come. You know, and that's kind of my hopes for Kurt and stuff. But drivers that I really can't stand. Not a big Kyle Larson fan. I can't stand Larson. You know, mad talent and stuff like that. I think he has amazing talent, boatloads talent. He's talented as hell, but I just don't really care for him.
Clear outside. Car outside. Stay low. Keep low.
Ty Gibbs, definitely not a fan of. Really don't care much for Ty Gibbs. I don't really like him. Joey Logano, that is one driver that I have forever always disliked. And will forever always dislike. I never cared for Joey Logano. see a yellow car in my rearview mirror. Nope. $13 to go, though.
That car's a lap down.
So I'm surprised we haven't had a caution yet. I also need to go through and take some photos for the videos and stuff, and get the at least those set up to where, you know, they're not just clips from the stream. I need to be doing that more regularly and more consistently right after the race.
We got just 10 more to go.
10 to go. Then I can go eat. Candy doesn't feed me, they just let me starve until I'm done with the race. If I don't finish well, they don't give me much. They give me a couple peanuts and call it a day, but if I win, they give me a big old steak.
Outside. Clear.
Jeez, don't check up like that, bud.
Car outside. That car's a lap down. Clear outside. Car outside. Clear outside. Outside. That car's a lap down. That car's a lap down. Clear. Car outside. Stay low. Clear.
I'm just trying to think like other drivers in the race right now.
Car's a lap down.
It's just mostly Joey Logano. Joey Logano, Ty Gibbs, and just most of the drivers that I just can't stand. Oh, and Kyle Larson. So kind of my big three.
Car outside. That car's a lap down. Stay low. Stay low. Clear outside.
Oh no, I did miss one. Denny Hamlin. I'm not a Denny Hamlin fan.
Car outside. That car's a lap down. Still there. That car's a lap down. Still there. Keep low.
And one that I'm on the fence about, Ross Chastain. I think he's loads of fun to watch. but he's just elusive. He's interesting is all I can say. He's really interesting to watch. I think he definitely has a good brand built up, but he's just, I don't know. I think no matter what he does, he's going to get in trouble for. There's what, 2 to go?
Just 2 to go.
Yep.
Clear.
Pay attention here. Don't want to mess anything else up.
Last lap. You're the man. Come on, bring it home.
I think we've led just about every. I think we've led every single lap today. I think we've utterly dominated the field. We lapped all the way up to 7th. I think today was a damn good day. I can see Elton Soya up there, so we almost lapped up in the top 5. Doubleheader sweep. Let's go. Hell yeah.
You won! One problem. How are we going to get your head out of that car?
Guys put together a great car for the day. A little bit of focus made all the difference, though. Jeez, what a race.
The race is over. Come on in.
That was a darn good performance. Tires weren't really that bad either. So let's see. Kevin Harvick finished 4th. He had a good day. People retired, looks like.
The race is over. Come on in.
You just throw it into the wall first, I guess. Need rubber shortly. Take it easy now. I think we smoked the tires off the car. Wow. I love that sound. Now that was just a damn good race. So Craven has fallen to 3rd in points. He's 115 back from Harvick, but now they're off to Nazareth, which I don't envy them for. So, out of curiosity, I just kind of want to see. Yeah, we led every single lap today. That's incredible. That's a maximum points day. The car was incredible. The car was great. We had just... That was great. No cautions. Kind of a boring race, though. I suppose, from the fan perspective, but that's amazing. So next up, we got to go back to CTS, back it up, come over here. Next up for us is New Hampshire at the thatlook.com 200. Kind of looking ahead at the season, we have the, oh god, we're at Nazareth after that. Not one of my favorite tracks. That's going to be a bit of a hellish race. We're at Michigan. We were doing so well here last year, leading off turn 2 and spun the truck around. Got IRP, Nashville. I'm really not looking forward to this one. This track, this track I'm not really a fan of. I've done some practice lap here, and just not great. Richmond, which we were so damn close last year. Hopefully this season we can win. Dover, again, another track I've never raced at. It'll be interesting. The Monster Mile will be interesting. Texas, which this can go either way as well. And then California, and that should do it. Although we have 2 California races, so I'll have to edit that because I feel like I'm missing something. I'll have to double check that because there should not. I can actually just check it right now. Let me see. Let me go to here. Where is it? Ah, yes. So let me go to. So yeah, it should go Texas. We're just looking ahead from here. So it's going to go New Hampshire, Nazareth, Michigan, IRP, Nashville, Cicero, Richmond, Dover, Texas, and then California. So I have 2 Californias for some odd reason. So I'll edit that out just that way the season will actually end. Yeah, we only got a handful of races left. We got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 10 races left in the truck season. So, and we need to start getting some points behind us. But anyways, that's it for this. I might come back since actually New Hampshire is supposed to be today, but I doubt it's actually running because of the weather. And I haven't even checked, but we might run New Hampshire. I'm hoping to win like I did last year. Maybe make a 3-peat out of it. But yeah, so that's that. So I appreciate you guys for watching.